More than a week since the four University of Idaho students were stabbed to death at an off-campus home, and there's been an outpouring of emotion following this tragedy.
So 3 of the 4 students were actually from here in the Inland Northwest, and our local community is definitely stepping up to support their families. So this morning, KREM 2's Nicole Hernandez is joining us live from Coeur d'Alene, where they will be holding a fundraiser tonight. Nicole, can you tell us more about this fundraiser and who's actually putting it on?
So right now I am at Texas Roadhouse here in Coeur d'Alene, and they're the ones that are running this fundraiser later this evening to raise money for the families of the 4 students who were killed last Sunday. So what we know right now is Dana Kernodle was actually one of the students that was killed, worked here in Coeur d'Alene at this Texas Roadhouse before leaving for University of Idaho. The restaurant said in a Facebook post, quote, "She will be dearly missed. Our deepest condolences go out to the families and friends of these 4 students." The fundraiser will also help the other 3 families of Ethan Chapin, Madison Mogan, and Kaylee Gonzalez. Here's the details for tonight's event. It's from 3 to 9 this evening. The restaurant will donate 10% of its sales to the families. If you donate $5, you get a bag of peanuts and a free appetizer, and all of those proceeds will go straight to the families as well. And the restaurant will be hosting a raffle where all proceeds will go to the families also. The Roadhouse staff will also be wearing black and gold throughout the entire evening to support the Vandal community. In Coeur d'Alene, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
Well, also happening today is the funeral for one of the victims, Ethan Chapin.
So his obituary says that Ethan loved life, laughed continuously, and that he was a kind friend to all. Ethan was the firstborn of triplets and attended the University of Idaho with both his brother and sister. Ethan was also described as an avid golfer, surfer, and loved to play volleyball and pickleball. His funeral will be held in Mount Vernon, the same town where he attended high school.
It's not a call that you think that you're going to have to speak with the funeral home directors and the FBI and have it hit national news.
Now, the past week has definitely been a long one with few answers to many of the questions that people still have.
And our team has not stopped looking for more answers. So let's break down a timeline of what happened. It all began more than a week ago on Sunday, November 13th. Moscow police responded to a home for a report of an unconscious person. Police then found 4 University of Idaho students dead. At first, police said there was no active threat to the community at the time. The investigation was originally a homicide investigation. Then on Monday, police identified the students as Ethan Chapin, Madison Mogan, Kaylee Gonzalez, and Dana Kernodle. And then on Tuesday, we learned police said a knife was likely used in the attack.
Then on Wednesday, Moscow police, as well as the university, held their first press conference. They told us that at that time there was no suspect, but they also couldn't say that there was no threat to the community anymore. Police still believe that it was an isolated and targeted attack. At that time, we also learned that the FBI and state police were now involved with the investigation.
I will tell you, we are looking at everyone. Every tip we get, every lead we get, there's no one that we're not going to talk to. There's no one we're not going to interview. There's no one that we're not going to look into.
Now, on Thursday, authorities released the autopsy report. According to the Latah County coroner, the manner of death was a stabbing, officially making this a murder investigation.
On Friday, police released a map and timeline of events. We learned 2 surviving roommates were in the house when the stabbings happened. The coroner determined all 4 victims were likely asleep when they were killed. Yesterday, we got new details from police.
The call originated from inside the residence and was made from the phone of one of the surviving roommates.
At this time, investigators do not believe any people at the house when 911 was called is involved in the crime. There is still no suspect in custody. Posters were put up in the neighborhood where the murders happened, encouraging people to call police with tips. University of Idaho President Scott Green says they have increased campus security. He says they are also preparing for students to be away from campus through the end of the semester. Another press conference is planned for later this week.